Bonjour, ici Gryfffon. Eh bien, nous revoilà partis pour du Spellforce. De toute manière, je m'arrêtais que quand je l'aurai fini. Euh, Comment allez-vous? Moi, ça va aujourd'hui. Hop, hop. Ah oui, c'est vrai, on avait enfin trouvé un casque pour le nerf. Hop, solo. Donc, résumé de l'épisode précédent, énormément de lore dans la face. On a fini par tuer le général. Suite à quoi on a fini par retrouver la source du brûle-sang, qui n'était d'autre que notre mère, euh, qui se révélait être un fondateur. Là-dessus, ce prêtre bien sympathique a récupéré l'âme de notre mère, l'a enfermée et nous a collé pour 5 semaines de coma. On se réveille et il a lancé une guerre sainte contre les incroyants. Comme par hasard. Bon, et c'était un sacré hypocrite dans le sens où dans une bataille, il a détruit une herse de château à grands coups de boule de feu et il nous a attaqué avec de la magie. C'est dire l'hypocrisie de la bête. Et là, dans l'immédiat, il fallait qu'on aille discuter parce qu'on avait le général suprême, je sais plus quel titre il avait, qui voulait faire alliance avec nous, quitte à nous réintégrer dans l'armée, et qui du coup on se retrouvait avec sa sœur en face de nous. Donc sans doute un peu de discussion pour essayer de la récupérer, si elle n'est pas complètement endoctrinée. Allez, c'est reparti. Toujours les 48%. Ah oui, je m'amuse avec ma souris hein, en attendant que ça charge. Bon, un peu de musique, ça aurait été bien. Suffisait de demander.
Blazes. Battle noises. They're already inside.
What are your orders, Tahar? This doesn't look good.
We have to seal the entrances. If they breach through either one of them, we're done with.
Then we need to split up. I'll get some of my men and make a stand in the southwest.
Then I'll take over the northwest. That's the hardest one for them to reach, so chances are they still haven't made it.
Then we'll help you.
Good. And Tahar, if what that scout said is true, and House Utran is really part of this attack, don't harm her. I know my sister, and this does not make any sense at all. There must be a reason for all of this.
I'll do my best. Good luck, Angar. We'll come to your help once the other entrances are secured.
Do that. Nihalth guide your sword, Tahar.
Huh? Understood.
Alors, bah, je vais commencer par aller visiter les zones sombres.
Fine.
Bon, bah, on va renettoyer cette zone, hein.
That way?
Avec un peu de chance, il y aura des trucs qui vont avoir repop, hein.
Fair enough.
Voilà.
Let's do this.
Je me doutais que ça allait se passer comme ça. Les orques sont installés ici, les elfes là, et les humains juste ici.
This way, right? Alright,
Je
why
crois que
not?
j'aurai rien de plus. Hein. Ok, ouais, j'aurai rien de plus. Allez, c'est parti. Ah ouais, les orques se sont mis bien. Hein. Le camp, il est sur les deux rives.
Tahar, you're awake.
Shit. So they've already breached the outer walls.
They will soon. That masked thing on the other side. I don't know how he does it, but he's draining me.
Drain.
Yeah.
Iria!
Ellen's reins. What happened?
The barrier gave up.
Interesting. This will be quite a fight, Tahar. Ready.
One down!
Not the real one.
You'll regret this. It's over already. What do we need?
Ok.
Get ready!
Another illusion.
Doesn't surprise me. Who was that?
If I had to make a guess, I'd say he's one of his commanders.
A fine plan.
Ouais, comme prévu, je peux pas m'échapper.
Got it.
Let's see what we can do.
I need help over here!
They killed one of our heroes.
Come on, don't die on us now.
Ok, ils sont bien avancés ces arbalétriers. Hein. On va pas s'embêter, on va faire comme ça.
Here we go.
Pourquoi j'avais pas toutes ces unités, moi?
All right, here goes nothing. I need help over here.
They killed one of our heroes.
Don't die on us now.
Is this really necessary?
C'est moi ou il est un peu plus résistant?
What now? The southwest, the southeast, and the northeastern entrance are still undefended.
Then we need to take care of them.
Je vais pas m'embêter à tout fouiller. Parce que j'ai déjà looté tout ce qu'il y avait à looter.
What is it?
Interesting.
Y'a qui? Je te ferai après.
You're here. Good. I assume that means the Northwest is secured.
It is. How about you?
Well, we managed to fend off their first attack. They aren't purity, though.
What then?
Mercenaries. They don't have a banner, so they could be about anyone. Thing is, we put up a siege weapon of sorts right up that hill, which prevents us from retaliating.
What kind of weapon?
I don't know. It looks like some kind of catapult, but it seems to be magic-fueled and throws fireballs which cause massive damage. We're out of reach. At the moment we move against their camp, it'll decimate us within seconds.
Whereas, if you attack the machine directly, the mercenaries themselves will fall into your backs.
Or swarm right into the city, yes. We weren't enough to split up. Now we are. Good timing, in other words.
So you want us to destroy that weapon?
Yes. The moment it is down, we'll go for their strong point.
Understood. Let's get this done.
Commander?
Ok, c'est parti.
Here we go. Get ready.
Blasted armor.
There it is. Take it down.
Shit! Kill them!
Fine.
That should do it.
Ouais, du coup, vu qu'il y a une armée, je peux pas utiliser le téléporteur.
Purity now.
Corporal Tahar. What a surprise.
Catras, why?
Don't talk, friend. Fight.
Une connerie. Je vais me concentrer sur ce qui se passait.
Blazes, Tahar. Now I know why Lekain wants you dead. You really know how to fight.
Why Catras? Why side with the Harbinger?
Blazes, you do like your dramatic lines, don't you? Look, this isn't personal. Lekain and his fanatics took down my camp and gave me a choice. Repent and accept the light, or have some stern-faced priest ram a bloody pike up me arse. So, unless you have some odd fantasies that I don't want to know about, don't tell me you wouldn't have done the same.
You have a point.
Of course I do, Tahar.
Any last words?
I hate to disappoint, but we're not quite there yet, friend. Goodbye, Tahar. Too bad we couldn't be on the same side this time.
What the?
A teleport rune. Good thinking.
Let's get back to Angar.
J'ai perdu pas mal de troupes en ne faisant pas attention à ce qui se passait. C'est complètement ma faute.
We drove them back. Their commander escaped, though. He had a teleport rune.
Hard luck, I suppose. Well, you secured the entrance, that's what matters. What about the rest of the city? Are we safe?
Not yet. Hold your position for now. We'll meet at the Nexus once all this is over.
Understood. Tiara's blessings, Tahar.
There's still 2 entrances we haven't covered yet. Let's hope it's not too late.
Zarek's fangs. Tahar. Zal Raka.
What's the situation? I don't see any Purity men around here.
No, not Purity, but someone else. According to my scout, they're gathering their forces down that valley. My gut tells me they're waiting for reinforcements.
Damn it. What's the plan then?
Well, now that you're here, I say you move out and crush them. We'll hold our position and cover your backs.
Simple enough. All right then. Move out.
We stand ready.
As you want.
Whatever's necessary.
Fine.
J'ai toutes mes troupes, ok.
The fabled pariah. Interesting. I thought you were dead.
Let's just get this over with, shall we?
My words exactly. Just give the word. Not bad, Tahar. Not bad.
Why are you doing this? Throwing your lives away for some deluded madman?
Deluded? You're confusing something, Tahar. The Harbinger is pure. We're pure. You. People like you are who are making this necessary. It wasn't always like that, you know. A long time ago, this world was a world of peace. But then man gave in to temptation. They were weak, and they chose sin over virtue, sin over purity. And now look where we stand. Our history is a testament to our corruption. Wars, rape, hunger, illness. They are Aeronir's punishment for defying him. But that era has come to an end. We will make the world pure again and make it worthy of Aeronir's return.
By slaughtering innocents? Blazes, are you that blind? Aeonir's forgiveness. You are perverting his name for your own purposes.
No, Tahar. Aeonir is justice, and that's what we deliver.
What the?
Go after me and lose your city and your friend, or save them and let me go. Your choice.
She got away.
No time to go after her. We need to secure the entrance.
Je vais perdre des troupes là, c'est obligé. Je vais en perdre beaucoup. Ouais d'accord, il y a même une catapulte
They
ici.
will fall. I'll keep you shielded.
A fine plan.
A trap. I should have seen that.
Their leader got away.
I figured. But it won't be the last time we see her. We secured the entrance. That's what matters. What about the rest of the city? They attacked from all sides at once.
Yes, I know. We'll take care of it. Just hold your position for now. Once all this is over, we'll meet at the Nexus.
Understood. Don't die, Tahar.
I'll do my best. Almost through. Just one more entrance to go.
We should hurry.
Oui, par contre, j'ai oublié qu'elle avait lâché un loot. Et j'ai oublié de le prendre. Donc, demi-tour. En attendant, les level up. Donc, un point, je vais te mettre un point en force. Et je vais te mettre un point en brutalité. Ensuite, déjà mis ce point, donc je vais te mettre... Oh, je peux mettre un point en plus, d'accord. Je vais te mettre un point en plus ici, et je vais t'augmenter ta dextérité. Isgrim, je t'ai déjà mis le point ici, donc je te mets l'autre point là. Et je t'augmente ta dextérité, ce qui fait que normalement tu peux t'équiper de l'épée. Et en faire une Undergast.
Yes.
Undergast, je t'ai déjà mis ce point là, je te mets celui-là. Et je t'augmente ta volonté. Ah c'est ça, j'avais oublié de prendre ce loot.
What's next?
Ok, et clé. Hop, tout prendre. Par contre, est-ce que j'ai pris l'autre clé? Est-ce que j'ai pris l'autre loot ici?
Yes.
Est-ce que j'ai pris le loot? Bah, je vois rien, donc je suppose que oui. C'est tout ce qui me reste en troupe. J'en ai perdu quelques-unes. Hein. Isgrim. Il est là, Isgrim. Entrée sud-ouest.
Let's see.
What's this?
My newest invention. Or, to be more precise, my newly recovered Shaper technology. I call them, Death Towers.
Death Towers?
Yeah. While you were asleep, I did some more research on how the Shapers use the Nexus to defend their city. This is the result, though they won't hold forever. And my gut tells me the Utrans are up to something, because I haven't seen Lady Moira yet.
So it's true. House Utran is fighting for the purity of light.
Yeah, and quite viciously so. In other words, your awakening couldn't be more timely.
What do you suggest?
Well, as you know, I'm not the best at tacticians, but from what I saw, the attacks are currently coordinated by 2 Utran commanders. If we stay here and make sure no one gets through, you could take out those commanders in the meantime.
Got it. I'll come back when it's done.
Good. Ní help guide your blade, friend.
Alors oui, j'ai vu les troupes. Ok, pierre divine récupérée.
I will do as I must.
More fighting. Does this never end?
Yes, of course.
That's Tahar! Get him!
Is this really necessary?
You regret this.
He's dead. Let's find the other one.
Hop, hop, on finit de massacrer tout le monde.
You read my mind.
Clairement, ce sort, paradoxe, il est génial.
Will do.
Ok, il est en l'air.
Sounds like a plan.
That's the way.
Yes?
Allez, l'envoie tous.
That was the last one. Let's head back to Iskrim.
A fine plan.
Oui, forcément, c'est les zombies, ils vont pas me suivre.
Tahar, did you deal with those commanders yet?
Yes. What the?
Finally!
Lady Utran, what's the meaning of...
All right, one more step and I'll slit my throat.
I don't understand. Why did you betray the crown? Explain yourself.
Explain yourself. Oh, Tahar, you must understand the situation. You're not in a position to give orders. So here's what's gonna happen. You will let me walk away unharmed. You can have my soldiers, I don't care. But if you make only one wrong move, I will end this by slitting my throat.
You're bluffing.
Try me.
I don't get it. What in blazes happened to you?
Who knows?
Fine. Get out of here.
Huh. A man of reason. One more thing, though, before I leave.
What?
You will repent. All of you.
Niehaus hammer. What? I mean, what was that? That is... Wait, I have a theory.
About what happened to Myra?
Yeah, but let's talk about that later. I think this entrance should be safe for now. The Death Towers will make sure of that.
Good work. That'll help us. We need to discuss things at the Nexus.
Of course. Thank you again, Tahar. Well, I'm glad you're back.
What do you mean? She was possessed. This doesn't make any sense.
I'm afraid it does. But again, I have a theory. The rune. While you were asleep, I tinkered with it a little.
You think the rune has something to do with this?
A rune. But it's probably best if I show you. Follow me, Tahar.
I'm coming too.
All right, let's see. Turn around.
Tiara's breath.
So, you get the idea.
Mind control.
Yeah. There are still some critical problems with it, and what I've done is far from what the Harbinger did with Lady Moira. But Tahar, this rune, it has so much potential. If you thought what it does with the Godstones was fascinating, it's just the beginning. The Shapers, the Gazarlanthep, they knew their full potential. And this is the reason they were so powerful. Do you see it now? They...
Have you lost your bloody mind? Stop that! Whatever it is! Stop it now!
What?
Stop it for fuck's sake!
Fine. You're free. Go and take a nap.
Unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
So you actually possessed those men?
No, I mean, yeah, the rune did. Look, Tahar, I know that I was maybe a bit too enthusiastic here, but can't you see the potential? Those soldiers, they do anything you command them to, without batting an eyelid.
And you think that the Harbinger controls Lady Myra, right?
Yes, and in an extraordinarily powerful way, if I may say so.
Huh. In other words, we need to find a way to break that possession. Right now, House Utran is under the Harbinger's control.
Madness. This is madness.
Whatever it is, let's tend to the wounded first. We'll discuss everything else in the Nexus.
Yes. Let's do that.
So many casualties. I just don't understand. We just ended one war. Now the Harbinger starts another.
Peace is always fleeting. Existence craves for conflict.
Does it, though?
Well, if it didn't, wouldn't the chronicles of this world look different?
Huh?
Eh ben, sacrée histoire. Donc maintenant on a droit à du contrôle mental. Impeccable. Ça va pas faciliter les choses. N'empêche, elle est longue la campagne, hein. Sachant qu'il y en a 2 autres derrière, je m'attendais à quelque chose de beaucoup plus court. Bon, faut dire aussi que j'ai tendance à tout retourner, donc forcément ça me prend plus de temps. En ligne droite, c'est clair, elle doit même pas prendre 20 heures.
All right, let's catch our breath first. Angar, I'll talk to you when I'm ready to discuss the next steps.
Good. I'll be waiting.
Yes? That's the way?
Oh, je peux avoir Angar avec moi, ok.
Tahar, thank Nihal if you're awake. For a while, I wasn't sure you'd make it. How do you feel? Out on the battlefield, we didn't really get the chance to talk.
Could be worse.
Well, that's good to hear. It's a tragedy. The purity on the loose, with the power of the Archfire in the Harbinger's hands. Who could have seen that coming? For what it's worth, I'm sorry I had to go through this. I truly am.
Be that as it may, all that matters now is that we stop him. What about you, Iskrim? I doubt whatever bargain you struck with Lekain still stands. You're still here, so I guess you aren't planning on leaving.
Me? No, of course not. Where would I go, Tahar? There's no way of knowing what the Purity would do if they caught me. He wanted to kill you, so maybe Lekain doesn't want to leave any witnesses. Not to mention that we're still in the ancient Shaper city, full of marvels waiting to be discovered.
This isn't a game, Iskrim. We're at war.
I know, Tahar. And I will do all I can to help you end it. There's, one more thing I wanted to ask you. It's about your mother. About Andra.
Ask.
I'm not sure how to say this, but she was a Shaper. A living Shaper.
What are you getting at?
All tragedy aside, you have to understand how fascinating this is. A Shaper who survived through the Aeons. And as if that weren't enough, you even turn out to be related. I have so many questions, Tahar, so many questions. Iria said at the moment Andra and you melded, she made you see something. Fragments of her past. Now, I can't help but wonder, what was it? Did you see Mullendir in all its former glory?
I didn't see anything. It's more like I suddenly have that sense of familiarity. Especially here.
But that's even more exciting. She must have transferred some of her memories onto you. I wonder if that's part of this melding ritual. Look, Tahar, I'm not sure how to say this, but how would you feel about it if I examine her? There's so much we could learn from her, even if her mind has left her body.
If you really think it helps, all right, do it.
You really just said that? Point me, Half. Thank you. I'll talk to Undergast as soon as possible. His knowledge will be a great help. It'll be a while before we can start, but we'll do it as soon as possible.
Ok. Alors, nouvelle stat, Intel. Et c'est déjà à fond. Je vais te monter élémentaliste. Yana. Ah, au fait, j'ai débloqué tous les compagnons. Donc ça veut dire que je n'aurai pas d'autre choix que cela. Moi, ça me va, hein. Je vais te mettre de la constitution. Alors, toi, art de la guerre. Le héros des points de santé à chaque seconde lorsqu'il ne combat pas. Il manque un mot. Je pense qu'il se soigne des points de santé. Augmente les chances de coup critique du héros pendant 5 secondes à chaque parade réussie. Ou réduit tous les dégâts infligés au héros si sa santé chute sous 30%. Bon, les deux sont bien, hein. Augmente de manière permanente les chances de parade du héros avec les armes à 2 mains. Oh, ok. Crée une aura qui augmente les chances de coup critique de votre héros et les unités alliées à proximité. Ok, ça c'est une aura d'affaiblissement. Chaque attaque automatique au corps à corps applique temporairement l'effet étourdissement à la cible. Pas mal. Donc, discipline ou brutalité. Oui, bah ça lui va très bien en fait. Ça, à chaque attaque automatique au corps à corps, applique temporairement l'effet étourdissement. Oh, ça c'est génial. Donc, voilà. Donc, arme à 2 mains. Ensuite, niveau stuff, tu n'as pas de stuff. Mais tu as une amulette force dextérité. Ok. La même que mon héros. Du coup.
Yes?
Isgrim. Attends.
What do we need?
J'avais mis bien en défense. Du coup, Isgrim, je vais te demander de me rendre ce bouclier et cette épée. Tant qu'à faire, tu me files les bagues aussi. Comme ça, hop et hop. Voilà. Hadrian, tu n'as plus besoin de ça, ni de ça, ni de ça. Et tu vas te prendre une potion de reset de stats. Ensuite, je sais plus.
Yes? Have you come to see the fruits of my labor?
J'ai normalement quelque part
I'm sure I've got something
un
that might
stuff
spark
qui
your
devrait
interest.
bouclier, c'est le même. J'ai normalement quelque part un stuff qui devrait traîner. Ça a priori ça me sert à rien. Autant tout vendre. Je me garde les têtes en trophée.
Pleasure doing business with ya. Come again. I'm getting new wares by the next moon's turn.
Et je me rappelle plus où j'avais vendu mes armures.
Ah, Corporal, I've found some new treasures. You might want to take a look at them.
Constitution 9, non, j'avais une autre armure plus efficace.
So, what's
Come
the plan?
again. I'm getting new wares by the next moon's turn.
Ah oui, j'ai pas mis les points de stats sur...
What can I do for you today?
Let me see what you have in stock.
I had hoped as much. What do you need?
Hey, you're an adventurer, aren't you? Come take a look. I'm sure I've got something that might spark your interest.
Ouh, ça c'est intéressant. Déjà l'armure. Ok, l'armure, il y en a une bonne là, et un bon casque ici. Pas celle-là, c'est celle-là. Et je peux acheter par là même ce bouclier.
A fair offer.
What can I do for you today?
Let me see what you have in stock.
I had hoped as much. What do you need?
Yes. Want to trade?
Qu'est-ce que j'ai à vendre? Non, pas la masse, ce bouclier.
Good choice.
Alors... Toujours aussi classe cette armure. Du coup, à Gendar, tu récupères cette masse. Tu fais un peu moins de dégâts, mais c'est pas grave. il te faudrait un point de constitution en plus. Plus tard.
You have my attention.
What can I do for you today?
Let me see what you have in stock.
I had hoped as much.
Qu'est-ce que je peux encore
What
lui
do you
vendre?
need?
Potions and scrolls.
Je peux lui vendre ça.
I'm sure I have just what you need.
Je peux lui vendre ça. Attends, 10 partout? Ça a l'air pas terrible, hein. Ça lui va tellement mieux. Du coup, j'ai même plus besoin du casque.
What can I do for you today?
Let me see what you have in stock.
I had hoped as much.
T'as fait un petit
What do you need?
gâchis de
I'm
ressources,
sure I
mais c'est pas
have
grave.
just what you need. Come again. May Tiara bless your path.
Alors, j'avais pas fait la distribution des poires. Il va falloir par là même que je refasse mon set. Parce que du coup, Isgrim va quitter l'équipe. Donc je vais mettre tout ici. Je m'en fiche de la feinte, le coup de bouclier ou le coup de bouclier. Ça ainsi que le cri de guerre. Ah non, pas de cri de guerre, c'est étourdissement. Raillerie. Quoi, multiplicateur de toutes les capacités, dommage. Appel aux armes, applique blindage, ça peut être utile. Ensuite, bouclier, applique purification et blindage à votre héros. Ou potion de santé. Là-dessus, crée un vortex qui expire tous les ennemis vers son centre et applique l'effet entrave aux ennemis qui happent. Les attaques automatiques infligent des dégâts supplémentaires et des dégâts magiques. Ça, c'est intéressant. Votre héros acquiert une immunité temporaire contre tous les types de dégâts. C'est... Voilà. Et ça, c'est le vortex qui attire tous les ennemis et entrave. Non, merci. Du coup, je vais remettre le commandement. Voilà. Là-dessus, on remet en place les skills, c'est-à-dire qu'il en restera plus que 2. Ça va être maître de la riposte. Attends, ça c'est un truc... Ça va être du coup Feld de maréchal. Et assaut. Du coup, allons parler avec le maréchal.
What's next?
Oh, le bouclier qui va tellement pas avec le reste de l'armure.
Tahar, ready to discuss the next steps?
I am.
Good. Then let's call your companions.
Good. Now that you're all here, I'd like to plan how we proceed. As...
Tahar, I think you should allow yourself some more rest. You were in a coma for more than a month, and we still don't know what that melding actually did to you.
Isn't it obvious? It made him more powerful.
Yeah, but where does that power come from? What effect does it have on the human body or the psyche? We don't know.
Bah en soi on n'a pas le temps.
It doesn't matter if I'm all right or not. We can't waste any more time.
Fine. Then go on.
Thank you. So, our objective is clear. We need to defeat the Purity of Light and save my mother. Angar, am I right to assume that Lekain made Greykeep his new base of operations?
Correct. It's the center of his power, which is both good and bad. It's bad because Greyfell was built to withstand any kind of ambush.
And why is it good?
Because it also means if we succeed and reconquer Gryfffon, we'll cut off the snake's head. Once we kill Lekain, the Purity will fall. However, there's no point in fooling ourselves. That battle for Greyfell will be bloody, and if we want to have even the slightest chance of winning, We need to join the remaining houses.
Ultran, Hallet, and Wulfgar.
Yes. If we put this army together with theirs, we might stand a chance. Also, you should see if you can strengthen the alliances you already have, Tahar. I have a plan regarding that, so we can talk further once this meeting has been concluded.
So do I.
All right. So where do we start?
It's up to you. But before we can even think about arranging a conclave between the houses, we need to break that spell the Harbinger put on my sister Myra. Isgrim, any ideas?
Actually, it should be simple. We need to find the one controlling her, take the rune, and, well, destroy it in the forge.
And who is controlling her? What if it's the Harbinger himself?
I doubt it. The manipulator has to be physically close to his subject, so it'll most likely be someone in Lady Myra's army. But your rune will react to another rune's presence, so once that person is near, you'll feel it.
Good. Then I have a plan. The Harbinger has taken up position in Iskander, between the Utran and the Everlight border. You know that place, Tahar. It's where your father started his rebellion.
The Loyalist camp. So what's your plan?
We strike in full force and take the castle. He'll be forced to initiate a counterattack, and my sister's armies, the Utran army, will be the closest ones at hand.
A bait.
Yes. We hold the castle against the main army, whereas you, Tahar, and a small troop get behind enemy lines. You find the rune carrier and strike from the shadows. Obviously, you'll have to act quick. We can't hold against the entire Utran army forever.
All right. So we take over the castle, wait for the Utran armies to cross the border, sneak behind our lines, and eliminate the rune carrier. And once Lady Myra is freed, we will try to gain the support of House Hallett and House Wulfgar.
Yes, though we'll need to take care of something else before that. But let's discuss this when the time comes.
Agreed. One more thing. This will be dangerous, and our original mission has been completed. In other words, if any of you are thinking of leaving, now is the time. Well, then we best get prepared now. I'll tell you when we head out.
Understood. Tahar, I'd also like to talk with you if you have a moment.
Corporal Tahar. A word, if you will?
Who are you?
Private Miller, Corporal. I'm from the Royal Army and came here with the Lord Marshal. We've captured someone who we suspect belongs to the Purity. He was seen in the deserted village outside this city, and he looks suspicious. He claims to be a simple courier sent to deliver a message to you, but we didn't want to take any risks. He's outside, near the entrance to the caves.
I see. Thank you, soldier. Dismissed.
Corporal?
Ok, bon, on va aller discuter avec tout le monde.
Let me know what you need.
Ah, I was hoping you'd come by. That was quite the surprise visit, wasn't it? The Harbinger couldn't have picked a better time for his attack.
I guess you could say that. How's your injury? That blast from the barrier looked quite painful.
The blast? Oh yeah, sure. I'm as good as new. One of the perks of being a light mage. Tahar, I'm sorry. For everything.
What do you mean?
Well, what you discovered in that dungeon. I didn't see that coming, honestly. I mean, I'd always felt you were different, but an experiment of your father? I would have never guessed. And now that bastard Lekain took your mother. It's just... one tragedy follows another. Now I feel almost ridiculous thinking about my supposed problems.
A bit of normality would be nice for a change.
I can imagine. Tell me, Tahar, if you had had the choice, would you have wanted to know? About your mother and how you were born?
Yes. It's always better to know the truth.
Is it? Sometimes I wonder if the truth doesn't just make it all worse. Anyway, Shaper or not, it's good to have you back. Honestly, there were times when I was worried you wouldn't ever wake up again.
I'm touched.
You better be. Anyway, in case you were wondering, I'm not planning to leave now. If you need my help, I'll be here.
Thanks, Iria. I really appreciate it.
Great. And now that we've got that out of the way, you should get some more sleep. You still look like a walking corpse. Don't make a habit out of it. I'll talk to you later. Corporal? Need anything?
You never told me why you fled Finnanmere.
Fair enough. You've given me little reason to distrust you, so... Oh well. Let's just get this over with. I already told you about my father. How to him, I had always been more of an asset. Well, after my father died, I decided to become a novice.
A novice?
Someone aspiring to be a priest of Ellen. I don't know why I did it. It was something my father had always considered a backup plan if an arranged marriage wouldn't work out. Part of it was probably because obeying my father was all I knew at that time.
But something happened.
Yes. In my first year, I fell in love. That crazy, hot-blooded, head-over-the-heels kind of love that the bards all sing about. The boy felt the same way, and for the next year it was, well, it was perfect. It was the two of us against the world. Maybe you know that feeling.
Huh. And I guess your romance didn't end well.
You guess right. But it was more than that. You know, I told you how I always felt estranged around other people. I knew how to put on a smile, how to make myself fit in, but it was always fake. Shallow. With him, it was different. Dramatic as it may sound, I thought I had finally found someone who understood me. Then there was the novitiate. Despite all the time I sunk into doing the crazy things lovers often do, I never failed as a student. Or, no, let's put it another way. I was the best, in every aspect.
Which didn't sit well with some people.
No. And eventually, they made sure I felt it. They excluded me from everything, stared at me when I walked by. It hurt, yes, but I convinced myself it didn't. I've always been good at that.
But what happened?
My lover's friends started manipulating him. Telling him that I only saw him as my pet, that he was a failure, and that I only kept him around to feel good about myself.
That's toxic.
It was. And their seeds met fertile ground. You see, we novices all knew that only 4 out of 20 will be granted priesthood at the end of our training. And being a failed novice leaves you with a mark you'll keep for the rest of your life. It all looked peaceful on the surface, but beneath that it was an arena. And these other novices, they made sure my friend became aware of that fact. To him, I started being a rival as well. And do you want to know the biggest joke of it all? I didn't see it. The idea that, I don't know, that he would listen to them. That he would ever reach a point where he'd put what we had below his hurt pride and his fears. It never crossed my mind.
So what happened?
Well, he knew I was curious by nature, so one night when we were in bed together, he suddenly asked me if I wanted to go on an adventure. Of course I said yes. So we snuck out into the cloister's courtyard. It was beautiful. The night was cloudless, and the old oak, our cloister shrine, had just begun to bloom. We made our way to the library building, but of course the door was locked. Out of nowhere, he pulled a key, grinning at me, and opened it. It was insane. As you can imagine, priests aren't known for being lenient towards these kinds of trespassings. We were risking our novitiate, and I didn't even know the reason, but I liked it. And we were doing it together, weren't we? It was exciting. He took my hand and we went to the High Priestess's office. We opened the door and went inside, and there he finally told me what we were here for, to open the grimoire. The High Priestess's spellbook.
Whatever that is, it sounds like that was a terribly bad idea.
It was. It was a stupid idea. And if I hadn't been so blind, so bloody naive, I should have seen it by then. But I didn't.
What did he ask you to do?
To open it and try to read one of the spells. He teased me. Told me that I wouldn't be able to do it. You know, saying it like that, it sounds so bloody stupid, doesn't it? But again, I was too blind. I laughed. I wanted to impress him, so I gave him a kiss. Opened the page and started saying the words. Long story short, I lost control. The spell was too much for me to handle, and it misfired. One moment I was staring at the pages, the next one, the library was aflame, and my lover was gone.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. I was the one too stupid to see it coming.
How far did that fire spread?
Not far. It was put out before it could do real damage. But, of course, that was the end of novitiate. I was thrown into the cell of shame and sentenced to 12 years of polishing prayer banks and cleaning floors in the shrine.
But you never did polish those prayer banks, am I right?
No. In the night after the trial, they still let me sleep in my chamber. Thoughtlessness, I suppose, or maybe they simply didn't care. I got my things, left, and never came back. So, here it is, the whole truth. No dark secrets, no assassinations, no necromantic rituals. Just a plain old broken heart. Compared with all that shit you had to go through, it almost sounds ludicrous.
It doesn't. Being betrayed by someone you trust often hits the hardest.
Yeah, I guess. It's just, I don't get it. How could he give all that up? I mean, there was something between us, you know? Something rare, something precious. But no, he threw it all away for his fucking vanity. But in a way, it's just a continuation of what I've always known. Wherever I am, I'm a stranger. People don't like me, and I don't like them.
For what it's worth, I'm glad our paths crossed.
Yeah, me too, Corporal. Me too. I'd like some space now. I hope you don't mind. Let's talk later.
Ah.
We should get moving.
Corporal?
Et comment est-ce qu'on monte notre
Tahar,
affinité?
it's good to see that you have recovered. This place and these people lacked guidance without you.
They did?
Yes. The Lord Marshal tried to assume control, but as you might have expected, he did not have everybody's support. I was even fearing an internal power struggle, and I'm glad it did not come to that. I must say, Tahar, your mother, she is remarkable. I have always wondered what the Shapers look like, and now I do. It is fascinating, though I suppose this is a difficult topic for you. Forgive me if my words were inappropriate.
It's all right.
Good. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Yes? What is it?
So, Undergast, when you told me about your split with Lena, I got the feeling that you were more than just colleagues.
You are asking if we were in love. Am I correct?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Then let me start by telling you that the term love is undefined and that theories about it conflict one another. I have read a lot of books on it, and I've studied the poems, and I've come to the conclusion that it is ultimately a primitive, carnal urge that people have come to romanticize for the emotions that come with it. I, myself, never felt it, and maybe that was because I saw the underlying mechanisms. I always found it strange how people overreact so strongly to such a simple emotion, and maybe that very fact stopped me from being able to feel these emotions at all.
So, what you're saying is that you were never able to feel love, but then Lena came along and you did?
No, it was not that simple. What stood out in our relationship was that we connected. I've never felt that before. You see, Tahar, to me, the bonds people have always felt peculiar, and I am not like Yana. Her mind simply does not have the ability to feel these bonds anymore. She had them once, but then she lost them, as she became a dreamweaver. My brain is capable of feeling these things, but I am unable to connect with the outside world. I only have my own mind as a frame of reference. For example, when a person tells you yes, whereas he or she means no, you might be able to feel this discrepancy because you are able to empathize with her. I can't. To me, this person's distress would make no sense whatsoever. But then there was Lena. For some bizarre reason, she understood me and I understood her. Or at least, I thought that I did. It was as if this barrier, this shell that separates my mind from others, was pervious to her emotions. I know how strange it sounds, and I also have no explanation for why this was, yet it changed me. All at once, I felt connected. Do you know this feeling, Tahar? You have traveled with these people for quite some time now. Is there anyone you were, well, fond of?
Well, yes, there is.
I see. Then you probably know how distracting such a feeling can be. To be honest, when I first became aware of that bond between Lena and me, I was horrified. I could not focus anymore. When I sat down to write my studies, I realized after hours that none of what I had written made sense at all.
Am I right to assume that your relationship ended with your disagreement over the Creators Guild abandoning its neutrality?
No, you misunderstand. We never had a relationship. Although the feelings were mutual and we, well, acted on them, we never felt the need to bind ourselves to some close-minded societal construct. But yes, you are correct. It was the disagreement that broke our bond. Quietly, she left and never returned again.
How do you feel about this?
That is a good question. I still think about her, almost every day. But the more time passes, the more this entire episode starts to feel like a vague, distant dream. The way an elder must feel about youth. I do not know how I would feel if I ever saw her again.
I can imagine. Well, thank you for trusting me with this, Undergast.
You have nothing to thank me for. If this conversation helped you get a better picture of me, I'm glad we had it. But there is one more thing I would like to ask you, Tahar.
Tell me.
Do you have regrets? Do you ever feel as if you could and should have acted differently than you did act?
I've lost count.
I understand. You see, I've never told you this, but I find your resilience to be remarkable.
How so?
Well, it is no secret that you have endured a lot of pain, especially your early childhood must have made a mark on your psyche. But still, you did not give up.
Well, I'm doing what I can.
I can see that. Either way, I think we have spent enough time talking. We should get back to the tasks at hand.
We should. So long, Undergast.
As you want.
Ok. Demandez à Hangar comment venir en renfort voyageurs. Demandez à Yana comment venir en renfort aux troupes de mourir. Réconciliation difficile. Demandez à Gore comment venir en renfort aux porteurs de feu. Interrogez le messager de Nulandir. Ok. Désolé, je commence à fatiguer, je vais m'arrêter là pour aujourd'hui. Sauvegarder la partie. Oh, on en est à 30 heures de campagne. Et je pense qu'on doit être à peine à plus de la moitié. Bon, comme d'habitude, si vous avez des conseils pour que je m'améliore, je suis preneur. Sur YouTube, vous avez les VOD avec une... Enfin, vous avez les let's play qui apparaissent au bout d'une semaine. Parce que Twitch les garde une semaine, du coup je fais le transfert. Demain, on retourne sur Final Fantasy Tactics. Parce que je compte le finir celui-là. C'est enfin ce coup-ci. Et... c'est sympa le bug sonore. Et ben, du coup, je vous souhaite une bonne journée et du coup à demain. Ciao. J'ai l'écran qui charge pile au moment où j'arrête le streaming, impeccable.